Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Kira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. Good morning. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. And we're going to breathe light all the way down through the body, all the way out through the soles of the feet. We're going to breathe in again. And we're going to breathe it all the way down. We're going to call on our angels and our guides in and through the divine light that they will come. They will sit with us, that they will guide us, they will lead us, that they will be in action with us, that they may participate in all that we do, that we may not walk this path alone. We're going to ask that light may cleanse our ears so that our ears may be cleansed, cleared, activated to match the frequency of the voice of God so that we may hear the messages that we need to hear. We're going to ask that light may cleanse our lips, that they may be purified and anointed for us in preparation to speaking with God. And today we're going to ask that our hearts will be soft so that we may receive the messages that we need to receive. And I'm going to start with one of a message that God gave me on a day when I was crumbling. Oh, to be an entrepreneur. Yes? And if you are an entrepreneur, then there are many times that you feel as though it might just all crumble. And this happened to be on that day. On that day when I felt like all was going to crumble. And these are the words that God gave me. Surround yourself, immerse yourself, submerge yourself in belief. I did not bring you this far to have it all crumble into dust. Believe. Oh, how interesting. It just can take one blessing to change the trajectory of everything. And I remember on that day, as God had asked me to do such wild things like rent islands and pay for Amazon Prime TV shows and raise 5 kids by myself and run a publishing house and do a daily podcast and write 2 books at once and travel every 5 days. I felt like it was all crumbling because it was. I was crumbling. This was more than I could hold. And then God gave me this message and I knew it in my bones. Like God did not bring me this far to have it all crumble. And it was like the thing that changed everything. Like that message brought me a belief of like, keep walking, keep acting. And as I walked and as I act, miracles unfolded. God did not bring you this far to have it all crumble. And while you may feel as though your life is falling apart, and while you may feel as though the weight upon you is heavier than you can bear, that is when you meet with God. That is when you give it to God. That is when you co-create. Co-create with the divine instead of creating with only your 2 hands. It is in the moments that we crumble that we find our strength in God. When we have our shit together, God is far away from us. We're like, we're fine. I have it. These are the moments that unite us with the divine. These are the moments where we become one with God. So today, as we go into prayer, I invite you to pick up whatever you feel like you're carrying that's too heavy. that you feel as though no one else could carry it, that you feel as though you have been asked to carry it, I invite you to pick it up and you're going to put it into God. And we're going to ask that God will transfigure it. We're going to ask that God will transform it and that God will carry it for you, that you can feel it just be pulled off of your shoulders. And then we're going to ask that God will touch our cells, that our cells may match the frequency of peace, that our cells may match the frequency of ease, that we may match this. And then we're going to ask that God will place his hands on our heads to give us a blessing. And I'm going to be quiet while you receive. Take a nice deep breath in and allow whatever you received to find its way into your prayer book. We're going to open our palms. We're going to ask God, what is the number one thing do you need from me today? What is the most important action that I take? You're going to listen and you're going to receive. We're going to ask that our angels will help us take this action, that they may open up the doorways, they may unfold the path, that they may help us lift what's too heavy. They may hold us in safety and protection. We ask that we may walk today with the stride of God, that our feet may match the energy of God, that when we walk, the earth moves. My love, I hope that today you know that God did not bring you this far to have it all crumble. Deepen into your belief with God. Deepen into your trust with God. Deepen in and receive. And with that, thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you, my love, for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is always an honor to hold this space for thousands of us to gather daily in sacred devotion. If you feel called to deepen this practice and join me live, I invite you to be a part of the Sacred Wandering Circle, a private, intimate space where we share our daily blessings in a Facebook group and gather once a month for a live 1-hour session. We come together to bless the body, to pray, and to receive. There is so much power when we unite with others who hold the sacred sacred. If your heart is nudging you, you can find the link in the show notes. And remember, You don't need anyone to help you hear God. You are the conduit. God speaks directly to you. And your prayer corner, it lives within you always.